Hi there guys, and welcome to the Watch channel. Today I'm just going to do a video talking about the state of my collection for 2022, just show you what stayed and just give you a little bit of reasoning behind the reasons for keeping what I've got and why I've selected this as my collection. Now, before we get into things, if you are interested in the channel, you like the videos, so on and so forth, please do consider giving us a like and subscribing. It really does help the channel and I would be extremely grateful. Anyway, without further ado guys, let's get straight into it. Okay, so I keep looking down here because this is where the watches are, but I'll show you the first one. This is the oldest watch that I've had in my collection and is the one watch that I will not get rid of. It was given to me by my wife for my 30th, and it is the Amiga Seamaster Gmt. This is the original Bond era watch, so from the Pierce Brosnan period, where Amiga really went on the map with their blue Seamaster watch that was made famous in GoldenEye. Now there's a lot of guys with both the quartz, the automatic versions of that blue dial watch with a lovely wavy pattern. I wanted to go for something slightly different, so my wife kindly upgraded me to the GMT version. It does have the same wavy dial as what you see on the original Bond Seamaster, but with that GMT functionality and the two-tone bezel. Just thought it was something slightly different. Bearing in mind what my wife bought me this in 2006, so you know we're talking a good 16 years now since this watch was released, and like I say, I think it still stands the test of time. I think it's a fantastic looking watch. Okay, so next one, where do we start? Okay, this is probably the second most longest serving watch in my collection, and it is the Casio G-Shock. This is the 5100 version, solar powered, or sorry, solar charging. Just a great, this is my fishing watch. In fact, actually, it's not even my fishing watch. This is just the watch that I wear when I can't be asked to put anything. Well, you know what, when I don't want to wear a watch, quite frankly, which is not very often granted, but it's just so light, you put it on your wrist and you just don't even notice it's there. Now, you know, a lot of G-Shocks, you put them on the wrist and it's like you're wearing Big Ben. This particular model is a lot more conservative in size, and like I say, I think it makes a perfect utility watch. It tells the time. Like I say, it's solar charging, so you don't need to worry about batteries. It's got every functionality under the sun. And like I say, G-Shock, so you can just do that, and thankfully it didn't break anything. Certainly not that watch anyway. You know, you can just mistreat it as you want and just not worry about it, quite frankly. Okay, so we've shown you the Seamaster, we've shown you the G-Shock. The next one is going to be this little number. So the Bolivar Lunar Pilot. Now, I've done a few videos on this watch, and I can safely say I prefer this over the Speedmaster. And I prefer it over the Speedmaster for two main reasons. First main reason is it's quartz, but the second hand moves very much like what you would find on a automatic or on a mechanical chronograph. The second component is, because it's quartz, it is highly accurate, and more so even with this particular watch, but it doesn't need all of the servicing costs. I think I'm going to do another video on servicing just as a standalone topic, because that's going to be a real problem for people. All of these watches, they just don't have the people to service them in a timely manner. Amiga told me it was like literally 6 to 9 months to get a service done on a watch. And again, the other side of it is you know, you're talking about a significant investment to get that watch serviced. If you need to do that every 3 to 5 years, you know, I don't think a lot of people factor that in when they purchase a watch that, you know, is costing them upwards $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. So the Bolivar Lunar Pilot, like I say, yes, it's quartz. Yes, it doesn't have the history of the Speedmaster, but let's be honest here. This watch is a reinterpretation or re-release of one that did go on the moon, and for that purpose alone I think it has just as much significance if you are interested in space history and, you know, the moon watch. This is a great watch to have you know, as an alternate. If you do own Speedmasters, nothing against that. I've had 3 or 4 myself. Like I say, I've got rid of all the Speedmasters, but this one has stayed with me. This one as well, because it's a 262 kilohertz movement, it's accurate to about 10 seconds per year. It's not thermocompensated, but it is highly accurate. Like I say, you can pick one up over here. I've seen them as low as $350, and like I say, for that you just can't, you know, can't lose. Fantastic watch for the money. Okay, where do we go now? All right, we'll go with this one. This was a bit of a surprise for me because I had one for review from my friends at Starbuy, and then I saw it on special, and I just couldn't believe the price. I picked this up, which is a Citizen Eco Drive Diver, $199. Now, admittedly, it doesn't, or it shouldn't sell for $199. This has got a retail on it, I think, of $600 or $700. But yeah, just I cannot speak highly enough about this watch. Green dial, so maybe not to everybody's taste, but like I say, Eco Drive, so powered by the sun, very accurate, very, very good specs on it. You know, you're talking 200 meters water resistance, full stainless steel, and I think I spoke about this on the review, but this is what gets me. That ratcheting clasp mechanism on a $200 watch, and even at the full retail at $600, is something you rarely find. I think the only watch that I can potentially, or the only watches I can potentially think of where they've got a diver's extension ratcheting clasp that's as good as that is the Submariner with their glide lock, or potentially the Marine Master, which is a very similar mechanism from Seiko. But you know, Rolex, even if you can get one, well, secondary market, you'd be paying what, 15 grand, get it at retail, what, 10, something like that. $200 or $600, wherever you find it for whatever price, you know, around the 500 mark. Unbelievable. Marine Master, I don't know, Seiko's pricing is a little bit messed up at the moment. So what used to be 2,000 for a Marine Master is probably about 3.5 or something now. Guys, if you know, put it in the comments section, let me know. But yeah, for the price, absolutely amazing. Okay guys, so the last watch that I have here is a Pagani design GMT, and it's the Explorer 2 V2 version. So as you well know, Pagani are renowned for ripping off or producing homages, very close homages to Rolex designs and other brands. I decided to keep this because I don't have any white dial watches. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep this one. You may, if you've been a regular viewer to the channel, you'll have seen that I've done some GMT Master homage from Pagani design reviews. So I did the Batman, and I also just did the root beer. But like I say, got rid of those. Not for any other reason than you know, I just didn't want to have too many watches in my collection. But like I say, went with this one. It's the V2 version. You know, for $125, you're getting you know, a classic watch in terms of design and aesthetics. You're getting a solid stainless steel bracelet with screwed links. You're getting solid end links, stainless steel case, and an automatic movement. Now, I know a lot of people have complained about the Pearl DG movement, saying, oh, it's shit and this and that. But you know what, guys? It's $125. What I can tell you, if anybody out there is wondering about these watches and going, oh, I don't know, you know, you're always going to get negativity in terms of, you know, somebody who's had a problem with it, somebody's had a defective one, so on and so forth. All I can say to you is I've had 5 of these watches with GMT movements, and all of them have been fine. They've all kept really good time, regardless of the fact, you know, I'm not saying this is going to be, you know, a watch that's going to last for years and years and years, but for $125, what do you expect? You know, this thing, I've had it for maybe 3 or 4 months now, still going fine. The power reserve of 40 plus hours, and all of the other ones, like I say, have been absolutely fantastic. If you just want something that looks like a Rolex, for whatever reason, you know, I highly recommend Pagani's. They give you that look for a fraction of the price, and that's why this one is staying in the collection. The one thing I did think about though when I was looking at my Static collection was, you know, the watches are all very varied, which is nice, but I've got the Citizen, which is Eco Drive, quartz, accurate, reliable, no fuss, no maintenance required. The Bolivar, an alternative to the Speedmaster, iconic design, certainly has some space history attached to it, but very, very accurate quartz movement, little to no servicing requirements whatsoever. G-Shock, solar, quartz, accurate, tough, no bullshit, it is what it is, great watch for wearing, doing anything. The luxury watch, my keeper, the one that holds a lot of emotional love and affection for me, and it brings back, you know, beautiful memories of my time when I first met my wife. Although, you know, even now, sorry darling, where have I, like, you know, still have fun times and lovely memories, but you know, this is the heirloom piece. Yes, I'm going to have to get this serviced again at some point, but I'm happy to invest that money into this watch. And then I have my cheapie homage, and quite frankly, I can't afford to get a Rolex as much as I would like to. You know, I'm not a snob, so I'm happy with a homage. Frankly, you know, the older you get, the less you care about what other people think. And quite frankly, I don't give a toss if anybody thinks something bad because it's a homage. I like it. It was a sensible amount of money, and for that reason, it gets some time on my wrist. Yes, it's automatic. If it packs up, it's not getting serviced. I can part it out. I could even maybe buy a new movement for very little dollars and get it replaced. This is, for want of a better word, a throwaway watch. And like I say, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I hope you like that. Please do let me know in the comments section what you think to the collection. I'd love to hear what you guys have got, what you've got rid of, what you've regretted getting rid of, because I've got a lot of those stories. Maybe that's another video for another time. But just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I wish you all the best. Have a lovely rest of the weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Goodbye.